Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with a controversial view of Faces of Death. Faces of Death is a 1978 film, and it's easily one of the most infamous banned films of all time. It's another video nasty to close out controversial view for Video Nasty Month. The movie was made to appear as a real documentary, chronicling death scenes from around the world. People were supposed to believe it was all authentic, and many did, for years, and some probably still do. It turns out, however, Faces of Death is actually only about 60% real. The other 40% of the deaths were fake. That does not diminish the gruesomeness of the film, though. This, I'm sure, is still hard to watch for a lot of people. That is probably the biggest controversy of all surrounding it, that about 40% of the movie was staged. Maybe it's even more controversial that 60% was in fact real. Faces of Death is not without other controversy as well. In 1986, a 14-year-old boy in Massachusetts lured a classmate into the woods and beat him to death with a baseball bat. He later claimed that he decided to kill someone after watching Faces of Death. When asked about the situation, the creator of the film gave what I think is a great response. He said, "Evil people do evil things by themselves," and asked, would he have not done it if faces didn't exist? I don't think so. It turns out the boy was in fact known for violent mental illness before committing the crime. Another controversy surrounding Faces of Death took place a year prior. A California teacher, for some reason, forced his class to watch the film. Two of the girls were so traumatized, their parents sued the school. The families were awarded $100,000. The teacher who showed the movie was only suspended. I always find it funny when that meme pops up on social media, and it says something like, when you're a kid and you tell your friends, "Hey, you have to come over. I have this great movie you have to check out." And then it's a picture of Faces of Death. It's so true. This was always one of those taboo movies, almost like you're not meant to see it. You have to admit, it's pretty impressive how Faces of Death became so successful in infamy. It's definitely a video nasty worthy of that distinction. Jason and I were not particularly looking forward to revisiting Faces of Death. It had been years since we had both last seen it. I have to admit, however, I enjoyed it for what it is this time around. Maybe enjoyed is the wrong word. Appreciated is better. I do recommend it for curiosity's sake alone, but if it's not for you, I definitely understand. Jason and I watched it, so you don't have to. This is just my controversial view. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well. Have you seen Faces of Death? If so, share your experience with it. Comment below and let me know. Which controversial movie will we view next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.